What happens when death walks the streets? When it becomes a constant neighbor? Paris, 1348, an ordinary day, or what was left of it. Morning began early, not with the sun, but with the bells. They were not bells of celebration, nor of prayer. They were bells of warning. More bodies, more collections, the routine of death. The streets were damp labyrinths, narrow, gloomy. Houses rose, blocking the sky. The air barely circulated. And the smell hung over everything, a pungent mixture. Smoke, feces, decomposing flesh, burnt herbs in a vain attempt to purify. People woke up with fear, a fear that had become part of breathing. Windows opened, just for an instant, enough for a quick glance, and then closed again. No one went out without a clear reason, and no reason was good enough. The few conversations were short, whispered, interrupted, by a cough, by the distant creak of a cart. The market still existed, out of habit, out of necessity, but it was a ghost market. Few vendors, even fewer buyers. Bread was a luxury, meat a suspicious gamble. Eyes met, observing, analyzing. Hands, skin, eyes, any sign. Normality could break at any moment. With a silence, a door that wouldn't open, a body found alone in the alley, or a dark spot, on the neck, in the armpits. That spot. When that happened, people recoiled, without a word, just the movement, distancing. Throughout the day, the city emptied. Some fled, those who could, others locked themselves in, waiting. The poorest remained in the streets. No choice, nowhere to go. Priests hurried past, muttering prayers, more to themselves. Doctors, the few who remained, avoided contact, the touch. Faith failed in silence. Science had no answers. When night fell, Paris did not light up. Candles were few. Fires burned, not to warm, but to consume. The bells continued, incessant. Fear grew. In the dark, with each toll, the city learned, day after day, to live with death. No heroes, no great deeds, just the incessant, the routine of the end. Paris woke up early, but not like before. The cathedral bells tolled, not for mass, not for prayer. They were slow tolls. Paused, announcing what no one wanted to hear. More bodies would be collected. The night had claimed more lives. In the narrow streets, light never fully reached. Tall houses embraced, almost touching overhead. The air was heavy, damp, still. The smell was the first to greet the day. Dense smoke of burning wood and herbs. A disguise, a veil over what could not be hidden. Beneath the smoke, the acidity of feces, the putrid sweetness of decomposing flesh. A constant reminder. Windows opened. Just a crack, an instant. Just enough to judge the day outside. Few went out, only absolute necessity. Bread, water, or the inevitability of a duty. Conversations were whispered, hushed, quick, as if words could attract something undesirable. Distant coughs, a sound too familiar. A warning. With each cough, a silence stretched. Through the alleys, the creak of carts, heavy wheels, transporting the dead of the night. The sound approached, then receded, leaving a trail of silence and apprehension. The market still existed, out of habit, out of stubbornness. But it was a ghost of its former self. Few vendors, empty stairs, waiting for customers who rarely appeared. Bread was hard, extremely expensive. Meat, suspicious. No one asked its origin. No one dared to investigate. Each exchange was quick. Hands that did not touch. Money that dropped. Eyes that moved. Observing the other's skin, the spots, the swellings. A silent game of detection. Then, without warning, the routine broke. A door that remained closed. The baker who didn't appear. A body found in an alley. Alone. People recoiled, without words, without explanations, just the shared knowledge, the marks, on the neck, in the armpits, dark spots. The The undeniable sign, the city emptied, slowly, like the tide receding. Some fled, with what they could carry, leaving behind their homes, their lives. Others locked themselves in, barred doors, sealed windows, trying to create a world within the world. The poorest, they stayed, in the streets, in the tenements. No choice, nowhere to go. Priests hurried past, with their gaze fixed on the ground, a whispered blessing, almost inaudible. Doctors with their strange apparatuses avoided touch, the word,